What's up guys, it's OPTCG Daniel here, back at it again with a new deck video. Today we are gonna do King. This is the best leader in the entire game, because if you can resolve his effect, you've probably lost by the time you can resolve it. Its effect is your turn. If you have 10 dons on the field, give all your opponent characters minus 1000 power. So basically, it's a weak Zoro. It's like a reverse Zoro. So if you have 10 dons, all characters on your opponent's side lose 1000 power. But yeah, not the strongest leader effect, but yeah, it's King. Pretty cool character, pretty cool manga art. But yeah, so we are gonna put it right here. And please give me a DM on Twitter if you manage to win with this deck. I want to see your profile, I want to do an interview with you, because then you are the Giga Chat of the week. Because this deck is really hard to win with. It's not possible, but you always have to try your best. But yeah, let's go straight into the deck profile. 88% of you guys are not subscribed. And if you don't want me to rip Kaido, you better subscribe. We are only running 2 Black Marias. It's your 2-cost blocker with 2000 power. Now we go into our other 2-cost blocker. It is Higurashi. Yeah, it's your 2-cost blocker. It's a creepy character. Maybe you can creep your opponent away, but good blocker. Now we go into our 3 costs. So we only play like 6 2 costs. 3 cost is 2 times Who's Who. Yeah, it's an amazing trigger. Don -1 on play or when you trigger. Return 1 Don from your field to your trash. To your Don deck, excuse me. KO one of your opponent's character with a cost 3 or less. Good card, no counter. You can attach 2 dons, hit with it, or if you manage to have 10, and then you can just swing with this, depending on what they have. This card was feared in the deck limited battle. It's not really good in this format, but still you can get rid of some annoying blockers or 3-cost characters or less. Now we are still at the 3-cost part. We are playing for Sasaki's. To be honest, I am more of a fan of Ulti, because Ulti is just a 2-cost, rest 1 Don and Onigashima-ish. So basically, it's a better card for me in my opinion, but for this deck you really want to play this card because you need a 2k counter. And its effect is Don 1, so it needs once Don, so it becomes 5k already, so you can attack. You may trash 1 card from your hand, add 1 card from your Don deck and rest it. So basically it's an when attacking trash, get a Don back, so basically an Onigashima on attack. I would prefer Ulti, but in this deck, this one is way better, sadly I have to admit. For our 4-cost, we only play 3 Black Marias. It's your 4-cost blocker. On the block, Don -1, so remove 1 Don from your field. You can gain this character 1000 power during this turn. So basically you block for 6. And if you wanna discard some counters, you can save this card. You can also beat with it because it's 5k. And for our 5 costs, and my favorite card in the entire deck, Babanuki. I don't know why, but I'm such a big fan of vanillas for some reason. They are low cost, big bodies. They have almost all counters, I think. Nah, not all have counters, but still. Low cost, high power, and this is a resource game, so you really want to save your dons, but still, for a 5-cost 7k, it's really good. I am not surprised if I'm gonna see way more vanillas, because vanillas are making their way into all the decks right now. For our other 5 costs is we play Kyoshiro. Good card, really cool guy in the anime and then manga. On play, draw 1 card if you have 8 or more dons on your field. So basically, draw power, and it's a 5-6000 with 1000 counter. Really good card, especially if you have 8 dons, because you get draw power. For our next card is we play 4 Drakes. Yeah, it's your basic 2k counter, and its on-play effect sometimes comes up. It's to rip a card from your opponent's hand, or at least they choose what they discard to the trash for 1 Don on play. But you primarily want to use it for your 2k counter, or if they have 1 card and you can just guarantee them having no card, you can play this card, of course. And for our other 5 costs, we play a lot of 5 costs. We have, of course, Queen, plus blocker in the entire game. On play, Don -1, draw 2 cards, trash 1. really good card. So basically, if you have Onigashima and you already have Onigashima active, you can just trash your other one and no resources lost, really. And that's also 6k, so you can just beat. For our 6 costs, we play 2 kings from the pre-release, the starter deck. These are the pre-release editions, but from the starter deck, Animal Kingdom Pirates with Kaido. So basically, yeah, it's a king deck, so you want to play a lot of kings. But yeah, Don -1 on play, trash or KO one of your opponent's character with 4 or less. So clear boards and then just swing with your other cards or swing with this next turn because 6 cost, 7k, a really good card. Sadly, no counter, so you don't really want to play lots of them. And this might be a spoiler, so if you haven't watched read the manga, click away or skip. But we are playing 2 kings from OP01, and his face is a massive spoiler because we're not there yet with the anime, if you're an anime watcher like me, because I got spoiled with this. But yeah, on play, Don -2, KO one of your opponent's character with a cost 3 or less, and one of your opponent's characters with a 2 or less. So basically, it's just kill, not kill, it's a family-friendly channel. But on play, KO a 3 or 2 and lower, so you can just KO 2 cards on your opponent's field, blockers, annoying cards, and again we just appreciate our handsome man behind the mask with his mask in the back. And then we go into our 9 cost characters. We play 2 Kaidos from the starter deck. On play, Don -5. You may trash a... let me pronounce it correctly. Don -5, on play, KO one of your opponent's characters with 6 or less, then this character gains Rush, so it can attack. You don't need to KO anything to get the Rush effect, you just have to do -5, so be mindful of that. So if you play it, -5, you can just hit without trashing. And for our 10 cost, well, you've probably guessed it, we play 3 10-drop Kaido. Best card in the entire game, in my opinion. I'm a Kaido main, as you can see. Max Pimp Kaido all the way. But yeah, on play, Don -6. You can KO the entire field except this character. So basically, it's a board wipe. If you're familiar with some other terms, it's like Dark Hole or like... okay, that's the only card I can remember. It's like a Dark Hole. So basically just boom the entire field, except this card. Really nice art also, of course. Okay, now we go into the events. And we actually play a lot of events. We are playing, of course, your standard 1 cost Splash Breath. So you have to have 1 Don active and then do -1 Don. Your character gains 4,000 power during this battle. It's just to save, because you want to prolong your game as much as possible, so that you have 10 Dons. For our next card, pretty funny card in my opinion. We pay Elephants Marchu, Hachu, bless you. Main, KO one of your opponent's character with a cost of 2 or less, then add 1 Don card from your Don deck and set it as active. So yeah, basically just ramp up to 10 Dons real quick. Cool card, a funny name and a funny artwork, of course. For our other costs event, we play Barracchio Bomber. It's the same as Elephant Marchu, but then for a higher power. Main, KO one of your opponent's character with a 6 or less, with a cost of 6 or less, then add 1 Don deck from your Don deck and set it as active. So basically, it's just an upgraded version from the Elephant's Marchu. And this is your Jet Pistol from this deck. And our last card, of course, is 3 times Onigashima. I'm not really all too sure about playing 4 of them. I might cut it to 2 and maybe add a 3rd Babanuki, because I want more board presence, more power. I want more threat on the field, especially if we can resolve this effect, so we can just hit above everything. But yeah, Onigashima is really important because you want to ramp up ASAP, and you usually want to go second with this deck, so I don't really think you need to max out on this, so maybe you can just do it like this. I'm gonna try playing it at 3 and add a different Babanuki. But yeah, so basically this deck, like I said, if you manage to win with this deck, you're a massive Giga Chat. The entire play is. Don't go negative in your dons, so always have a backup or don't fall behind your opponent with dons. So basically you just want to resolve all your minus don effects when you are guaranteed to have next turn 10 dons again. And that will be your entire game plan. Play aggressive, play defensive, you gotta read your opponent, know their cards, because this deck is really lacking in leader power. And your entire deck carries this leader. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this deck. I'm definitely gonna try it at the local setting. I haven't really tried this deck all too much. I've played it with some friends, tested it through remote duel, through the webcam. In real life, I've played it a couple of times, and I might actually take it to the upcoming local this weekend. So if you see a first place on my channel with King, it's probably me or some other dude who decides to also play this deck at my local. But yeah, let me know if you top with this deck. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, so follow me at OPTCG Daniel. And I'm sorry for my hair. I have no idea why my hair is doing so weird. I just came out of the shower and my hair is all frizzy. It's like I need better product in my hair. But yeah, I hope my hair isn't really distracting this video. Anyway, enough talking. But yeah, give it a like if you like it. Give it a dislike if you dislike it. Or use a comment as a dislike like button or something. I don't know. And yeah, if you want to see more One Piece deck profiles or content or upcoming duels, just follow me, subscribe to me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Next video is gonna be, I think, Mono Luffy. But yeah, that's it for me today, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.